Hi, today I'm here with Avi and Sunil from the Emperor Nursery Group. So these guys were established in January 23. They've got 3 settings at the moment in Hertfordshire and Hampshire with plans to continue growing. So guys, what I wanted to ask you today was, as buyers who are active and looking at lots of different settings, everything, you get all the normal financial information and all that sort of bits, but what information do you tend to ask for that you feel gives you a real insight into the nursery and, the business, the setting and everything like that?
Yeah, I think there's 2 ways to answer that question. There's an external way and there's an internal way.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I take the external and Sunil, you're on the internal. That's how we kind of split our roles. So externally, what you won't see in the numbers is the competition. And although it's not a zero-sum game.
No.
Although it's not, at the end of the day, you do need to know a bit about your competition, right? If you're about to buy a nursery and you don't know that there's another one opening next door with 100 places in 3 months' time, it's not going to be the right deal, right?
No.
So what we do, rightly or wrongly, but we do look at the competition. We do understand. We look at the area. We plot it on Google Maps. We plot it on day nurseries. We understand who is there, and occasionally we might even go and visit some of the area and some of the surrounding nurseries just to understand how they operate. So that's it with kind of a business perspective. But I think more importantly, there's things you look at on the inside, right?
Yeah, I think a key thing is actually with staff.
Yeah.
Is with staffing being such the crux of the business.
Such a big part.
We actually want to look at kind of length of service of the staff.
Okay. Yeah.
So the staff that obviously you're going to have more junior members of the team that are starting on their careers. That makes sense that they're not going to have been there for that long. But those experienced members of the team, if they have been there for a long time and they're settled there and they're happy, that implies that there's a strong culture in that nursery. Whether that comes from the manager, whether that comes from the seller, that's something that we really want to retain because feeling that kind of independence of that setting is something we want to maintain. And also, I guess the key thing that we ask actually is when can we visit? Yeah. So yes, the numbers might say something positive. Yes, the other things, the property, etc., might say something positive, but there's nothing like actually until you walk over the threshold and you get a gut feeling of, is there warmth in here? Is there joy in here? Is there excitement and kind of a buzz? That's something that we really look out for. And as dads ourselves, you can kind of just feel it. And often we'll take our wives along to just kind of be like, get a mother's instinct too. Because nothing will speak more than a mother's instinct. So we really kind of look to do that on every single opportunity that comes our way.
Yeah, and I think you're so right about viewing it as well, not just for obviously your own feelings about it, but also because for the sellers, really sitting and talking to the sellers about their business and find out why they're passionate about it, what they've been passionate about, what they might do with the business if they were to retain it. I think lots of people kind of go, I've got it to this point and I don't want to take the next step, but actually this is things I think it could do and everything like that. It really kind of gives you an understanding of people and the feeling underneath it, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
I hope you guys found that interesting. If you have any questions, please drop them below and we'll see you at the next one.